Okay, so now it's November. We missed Halloween. No, I didn't miss Halloween. I was totally out with my sis, Scorpio girl. We were both steampunk. Um, we went to Main Street. Boom Doom went with his friends. He was Nacho Libre. He came home pretty late because he's now 17 and he's hanging out with his group of high school friends. So they go out. They go out to movies. They went wandering around Halloween night, but they stayed on Main Street. I guess they didn't want to walk or go to places that didn't give them full-size bars. So he said that they walked up and down Main Street, which I guess we were there, but we didn't see him because there was a ton of people on Main Street. It was so many people. It was like the whole damn town was there. It was so many people. And Halloween was lots of fun. Got sister time. Sis volunteered to stay at my dad's house that night, so we took off a little earlier. We made it almost 2 hours at Main Street, and then we took off a little early to make it so Dad could get some dinner. We brought home some dinner, some takeout. Yeah, so I got the whole night off. I had the whole day off, and then I got the night off, and it was just so lovely. So apparently it was a stomach bug I had the day before Halloween, and later the night before Halloween, like around 10:30 or so, I was finally able to eat food, and I just stuck with soup, simple soup to eat, and only like half a cup because I didn't want to push it, and the nausea went away. So apparently I was informed it was a stomach bug going around, but I seem to be a little bit faster healer from that because I was fully fine for Halloween day. I was like perfectly cured. And so my Halloween didn't get fucked up. It was great. Um, so this leave of absence from work, I highly recommend it. It is so good for mental health. And I'm also seeing a new therapist. She's helping me with my binge eating. We're going to work on my weight. So the homework I got was to buy a book about overcoming binge eating. And it talks about how it's triggered, how it can be triggered, which age range and ethnicities are prone to it, and all about how people feel when they binge eat and what, and I haven't got to the part about how to overcome it. It's just right now trying to understand what triggers it. And I'm just finding out more and more that I had a really fucked up childhood. That's what I'm finding out. And then, after I am trained to be overeat. I was trained to overeat. My dad would not let, if you were done with your meal but your plate wasn't clean, one of us kids would eat the rest of that person's plate. Even though we said, no, we're full, we were forced to eat like the rest of somebody's plate and then overeat. You'd be overstuffed, and you weren't feeling good because they made you stuff yourself. And then Mom would shame you about eating so much. It's like, I had a really fucked up childhood. I mean, everybody has a fucked up childhood except the ones that had a good life. But this was, yeah. So thanks, Mom and Dad, for helping me get fat. Because it wasn't all my choice. It wasn't all my choice. And then the binge eating is some psychological thing that's stuck in your head that you need something at a certain time. Mostly it's about stress. And I'm also an emotional eater. When I'm highly stressed, sad, upset, pissed off, I eat. I crave, like I get an image in my head of whatever type of food I want, and I go get it at like the local Circle K or convenience store or gas station thing, just whatever I could go and get that item, and I get a bunch of it and I stuff myself and then feel bad afterwards and kick myself in the ass because I'm diabetic. I'm not supposed to be having that. And no, the book mainly talks about how people get anorexia and bulimia that they feel such shame that they try to get rid of out of you, that you, because they're all concerned about their weight, and binging, purging, or using laxatives or diuretics only get rid of, well, I mean, the vomiting part, you only get rid of half of the calories that you intook. So the purging part, it doesn't get rid of all the weight or all the extra weight that you put on by overstuffing yourself. So, and over time, with all the vomiting, it erodes everything on the inside. If you're using your fingers, it erodes your fingernails, your fingers, because you're touching acid from your stomach. So it's acid comes up. You're forcing acid to come up. It erodes the esophagus, and it erodes, everything up here, because of the stomach acid being forced to force everything up from the stomach. You're forcing up all the stomach acids, which eat everything. So you're fucking up your health by purging. And also it depletes your electrolytes. You get dehydrated. The diuretics, they get rid of water weight. It's all about water weight, so you get super dehydrated, and that's how also you get sick. You get an imbalance of electrolytes and hydration. You get a total imbalance, and it just, basically, it fucks you up worse than just binging. Because, yeah, it's just the way to get rid of the extra overeating. It does more damage than good. And then, yeah. So it's a very interesting book, and I was supposed to read at least 4 chapters, because I didn't have to see my therapist for 2 weeks. I got to see her tonight. It's Monday night. But I didn't get to read as much as I want. I'm having my short attention span. I just have a hard time sitting and reading now. So, I think I only got to read 2 chapters, which I guess is better than nothing. I didn't get to read all the second chapter, because a lot of it doesn't pertain to me. It mostly keeps talking about bulimia and anorexia, and I never did that. Never did it. So it just doesn't pertain to me. But the triggering factors, some of it does pertain to me. It's always about some sort of guilt and shame about your weight. So, which I've had that all my life. Well, not all my life. It started when I was a teenager, when I got fat. When I was younger, I was so damn skinny. They thought I was a boy because I didn't have any boobs. And I was so tiny, and my dad still fat shamed me. He kept saying I was fat. I was not fat. I wasn't even fat, and I was still fat shamed. So then when it came to being a teenager, that's when I put on the weight. And then I was properly fat shamed because I was fat. And it just got worse. Well, in the last few years, I have been working on 50 pounds. I've gained and lost 50 pounds within the last few years. So thanks to COVID, I usually lose almost 20 pounds with COVID. And, but then I end up gaining it back. So, yeah. So I think in another week, I have to go see about the results of my labs to see if my A1C is still down, or if I raised it up some more, because I was not good. And, yeah. So we also had the election recently, and that's some really terrible results. So everyone, a lot of us are feeling the effects of disappointment and fear of what's to come. Because here in the U.S., there's a lot of bad things on the way if it gets done. But everyone's afraid of what comes. While the other side that voted for the orange turd in a diaper Um, they think it's going to be all groovy and everyone's going to get more money in their pocket. Well, and TikTok has been an utter shit show of everybody harassing each other. It's just, yeah. It's also not good to be a woman because most of the women are being harassed now because there's the whole your body, my choice thing, and women are afraid for themselves, but they're not going to accept it. They are arming up. Oh my God, I bet you gun sales are going through the roof with all the women that are buying guns for defense. And don't think they're not going to use them. They fucking will, because they are not going to go back to when women were property. It's just not going to happen. Most of us will die before that happens. So, yeah, that's a nice shit show that started. So there's really nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. And a lot of one side is just saying, just take care of yourself, make sure you're safe, prepare for what's to come, and just keep on keeping on. I mean, that's all we have to do. That's all I said on TikTok was just, we have to treat it like it's just another day. Nothing's going to happen right away, and we just got to keep on like it's just another day. I mean, sure, it sucks. The election results suck. Possibly there's been cheating going on. It's just things don't add up. The math isn't mathing about these votes. So we'll see what's to come, but we got to treat it like it's just another day. We can't let it stop us from living. If anything, now we should be living our lives how we want, and because there's no future. I mean, we have to accept there's no good future coming. There's not, that we know of. Like I said, nothing. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is what was said, and it's just a matter of if it gets done. Hopefully not, but for the women, everything's coming down pretty quick. That will happen, I'm sure, because now it's all about hating on women. Yeah. So as it is, I'm doing my part by not going out anymore, except for necessities, for shopping. Also, I can just order stuff online if I need stuff. Like the grocery shopping, I don't grocery shop. I make an online order and go and pick it up. That's how I do it. Anything else I need shopping, I shop online. If I have to go get something in person, there's a little store like a mile away from my house. I can run in and run out, and I'm home real quick. And for defense, I'm always carrying knives. I'm always carrying knives. Because it should not be good that I have a gun. But I have a knife, and I've got a taser, too. So yeah, women have to go out armed now. It's not safe for us. If anything, it's going to get worse. The violence against women is going to get worse. Ever since Roe v. Wade has overturned, rape has gone up. It has gone up. But they've been at little girls. Impregnating little girls. And it's just going to get worse from here now. With the your body, my choice, it's going to get worse. So women have to defend themselves, have to defend their lives, and you bet they will happily go to jail for it. Anyway, yeah, sorry, it's bad, but that's what we're looking at. That's the fear in women, with women in America. That's what we have to fear. We have to fear if we're going to get jumped just stepping outside our door. It's gone absolutely crazy with chaos and destruction and hate. The hate. Yeah, I don't think there's any saving us. There's no saving us right now. There's not. Yeah. Fun times now. But what am I looking forward to? Don't care about the holidays. I don't care. we're just trying to plan, Boom Doom and I are planning our Skyrim dinners. That's what we're looking forward to. Yeah. We're still putting our house back together. I gotta rearrange my room here. Sis and Boom Doom put together a new dresser drawer set for me so I can unpack a lot of my clothes, like the basics, you know, socks, underwear, bras, pants, shirts, things like that. Yeah, I'll start with the basics. And then we'll probably do lots of yard sales. We're gonna work on getting yard sales or Facebook Marketplace or something like that. Yeah, that's what needs to be done. So every 6 weeks now I get injections in both my eyes. That's just a guarantee. But my right eye seems to be covered in blood more this last one because it really hurt when he was injecting me with the medicine. It really hurt. So it's kind of all looks bloody. Looks like I've been in a fight. So yeah, I'm just trying to deal with that. Yeah, it's kind of grim around here. Just taking care of Dad and taking care of over here and making sure Dad's happy and comfy and going to his doctor's appointments. And in December, I gotta call that third-party company to extend my leave of absence because they started me off with 12 weeks. And then I have to go from there. I have to call in and say, I want to extend my time off. I'm going to take the year because I'm still doing therapy. So I'm working on myself while I'm away. And I get to talk to my therapist in a couple hours. And yeah, evening appointments. That's good. The morning appointments were kind of hard to get to. But evening appointments. And she text messages me directly. So if I need to do any changes, I can totally directly text message her and arrange things. But so far, these evening sessions are pretty nice, and we talk about the chapters I've read and what does if it resonates with me, and yeah, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Sometimes I think it doesn't pertain to me, the book, because I never was bulimic or anorexic. So, because I don't like even the idea of throwing up all the time. I mean, who wants to throw up all the time? That hurts worse. And it can be painful, and plus you always have that breath, that puke breath, and that doesn't go away. It's like, ugh. No, no thank you. No thank you. But post-Halloween sales are on now, so they're getting rid of things. I keep getting all these post-Halloween clearance notifications from Vampire Freaks, Hot Topic, HalloweenCostumes.com, Spirit Halloween. They're doing all the clearance stuff now, so that's pretty cool. What am I going to be? I'm already thinking about what am I going to be for Halloween next year. I'm just going to look forward to little things that I can. So I was thinking of doing Sammy Hain from Trick or Treat, but I won't wear his full mask because it's big, bulky. It's just, you can't wear it for very long unless you totally ventilate the shit out of it. I was trying to get the costume that has the hood and I can put like a smaller mask on. That would be better. Yeah, I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look for the whole onesie. It's a onesie suit, and it has a burlap hood that goes over your face, and then I could put like little Sammy Hain half mask on. I'm looking for that. That would be good to do. That'd be better instead of putting the whole headpiece on. That looks uncomfortable, and it would get hot. You know, it's all, yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm considering doing. Yeah. So yeah, I was steampunk. I didn't wear this all night because it was just, I can't see. It's like wearing sunglasses right now. I can barely see you guys. So I just wore the hat, and I had regular makeup on. Yeah. I will show the pictures on this video of how we were dressed. It was very cool. It was lots of fun. Halloween was lots of fun. And I spent the whole day, I was watching the Halloween collection on, was it Max? I was watching Max. They had like a whole Halloween, and I was mostly watching Salem's Lot. Like, I watched the brand new Salem's Lot, which, I don't know. I mean, effects-wise, it seemed alright, but just story-wise, I'm just used to the old one. And then they had, like, a director's cut version of the old one that we never seen before. So there was way more to the story than we ever got in the original release. And then there was a sequel to the original. It was called A Return to Salem's Lot, which the story is all fucked up because it was saying that Salem's Lot is owned and run by the vampires, and they have daytime people that take care of them and run like little businesses and they sacrifice people to the vampires to feed them. Well, they don't have to. The vampires were raising cattle to feed off that, but every now and then they treat themselves to some lost wanderers who come to their town, and they have that as a treat for human blood. So, but the story for that was that they were there for centuries. Like, they got here when the Pilgrims came over, and there was a second ship to the Pilgrim ship, the Mayflower. It was called the Speedwell, and the vampires were on that second ship, and they came to Salem's Lot. So that's all fucked up. That's not right. That's not, I don't call that canon. And then I was watching a whole bunch of other vampire movies, and I just spent the day watching vampire movies and getting in the prepared mindset for Halloween night. And there was a lot. I mean, there were so many people. It was, wow, it was amazing. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Halloween was a great day. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to end it on something positive. The positive part that you should do is take care of yourself. Lots of self-care right now, more than ever. You need to make sure you're okay. Everybody needs to be safe. And just live your life as best you can. Don't let anybody stop you from living your life. But lots of self-care. So, I don't know if it can be done, but everybody, be nice to each other. If you can, do self-care. Go play Skyrim.